Okay, so breakfast this morning, I'm gonna try to hurry. But the other day, I made the Brussels sprouts in the air fryer, and I have some jaw issues, so they were a little too, firm still for me to eat comfortably. You know, for a few of them, they tasted good, but the firmness just was too much for me. So today I took them and you can see them, I put them on the steamer basket in the pressure cooker for 2 minutes, and with all these carrots. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut them in half, and you get to do this in real time with me. And I'm going to cut them in half real quick. Ooh, and they are still really hot, but I got to hurry because I got to go pick up my next load. I had to get my trailer all washed out. So I am in San Diego at the little truck stop, the old truck stop here that's same exit as the Pilot, but it's on the opposite side of the interstate. Anyway, and I mean, I could seriously almost, if I was a spitting type, okay, kind of am sometimes, but whatevs. If I was the spitting type, I could hit Mexico probably right now. That's really how close to the border I am. The product that I brought down here was dead animal flesh, and it was actually going to Mexico. So you bring it down here, and they have a service place where you unload it here, and it goes basically straight off of your truck. And they have the Mexican truck base kind of right beside you, or either that or on the opposite side, depending on the place you go. And they take it off of your truck and they put it onto the Mexican truck, and it goes to Mexico. So, because I am not crazy enough to drive down there. Nope. Okay, see, that one's a little smaller, so I'm just gonna eat it. Brussels sprouts are so good. You don't really have to season them like I do, but seasoning just tastes good. But what I'm going to do is, I've got some stone ground mustard, and I'm going to put just a little bit of that on it. Grab my spoon, mix it up. And then I'm going to take that seasoning, the rest of that seasoning that I bought the other day, because that's 1 pound of Brussels sprouts. So I'm going to take the rest of that seasoning that I bought the other day. By the way, it is not SOS free. It's oil free, of course, but it's not salt free. But I'm not SOS free, so there we go. And if you want to see what I'm eating like every meal, then ooh, that's a lot. Okay, then check out my Instagram, same name, Vegan Trucker Lady, with only the words are separated by underscores, I think. Anyway, just type in Vegan Trucking Lady, Vegan Trucker Lady, and you'll find me. So I'm just gonna stir that up. Sorry for the sunglasses, guys. I was up front and it was darker. I mean, it was brighter. So anyway, and that's what it looks like. So right there, isn't that beautiful? So it's almost a shame to put it in the air fryer, but I just like that sweetness that the air fryer brings out. Sorry, I'll get to see my cat food and stuff over there, but I just like the sweetness almost that roasting them brings out of the Brussels sprout. It honestly makes the Brussels sprout have a different flavor. I like it with the carrots some too, but with the Brussels sprouts, it's just amazing. And then while I'm doing that, let me get this other thing started first real quick. I'm going to do a pound and a half of potatoes, organic rolled gold, organic gold potatoes. I got it at Walmart. And yeah, the organic was a little more, so I did buy some organic stuff where I could this time when I bought my groceries. With root vegetables, I don't tend to worry about that as much, just because they're in the ground. And yeah, that one's got a dry end on it, and I'll just cut that off. A lot of times I'll just cook it first and cut it off, but I want to get this done, and so I'll cut it off real quick. And I'm going to put these in to steam, and they'll steam for, I'm going to set it on 2 minutes, because it's just easy, and my water's already hot from steaming the, see, just cut a little bit of the end off, and you've got nice clean potato there. I'm doing a pound and a half of sweet potatoes also, by the way. But if you check out my Instagram, you get to see what I'm eating on a meal by meal. I post as I try to post as I eat. So also when I get the chance, you know, or when I'm somewhere pretty, I'll try to let you guys see that too. Tell you where I'm at. So if you want a vacation, you know, and see this beautiful country, because this is a very beautiful country. You know, if you stay in the same area all the time, you get used to it and you don't really see it. But I see a lot of truck drivers that do that too, though. They don't really care about the scenery because they've seen it. And maybe it's because I used to be blind. I was legally blind for quite a while, and that may be where my love of scenery comes from. But I think that this country is just beautiful. And I mean, next time I have somebody on the truck with me, I will Instagram as I drive through the Virgin River Canyon. It's on 15. Most beautiful scenery you'll ever see. Well, okay, maybe not, depending on where you go, where you live, whatever, but it is stunningly beautiful. Actually has brought tears to some people's eyes. I won't say who. But the first time they saw it, it actually brought tears to their eyes. I love it. I didn't come to tears. I have, but not that day. And the first time I went through, I didn't, because it was bad weather, and it was nasty, and there was nothing making me happy that day. It was a rare thing, but yeah. Alright, so I'm going to put this on 400 for 10 minutes. If you want to see the finished product, go check out my Instagram. If you want to know what kind of weirdness happens in this country, and you don't believe it when people say, oh, dietitians this, my lovely is at the hospital with her sister, because her sister's having some issues, and she went to go get something to eat, And she wanted to just use my food allergies, because I have some, and see what she could find. And the cafeteria had nothing. You could see her Instagram. Check out her Instagram. It's at VWENDLER83. Anyway, she talked to the nutritionist today, their head nutritionist, whatever, and the woman actually asked her, well, but where do you get your protein? And then she's like, plants. Do you know how much protein's increased? But don't you have to eat a lot of that to get enough protein? Seriously, where do you get your protein? From a nutritionist. Wow. Anyway, I'll see you guys later. Check out my Instagram to see the finished picture of my breakfast. I've got grapefruit up there already peeled and sectioned. Anyway, but if you want to see the pictures of the roasted Brussels sprouts when they're done, check out my Instagram, Vegan Trucker Lady. Bye. Be safe upon your path.